Imagine a world where the innocence of childhood is preserved even amidst the chaos of conflict. When we think of the horrors of war, the image of children directly involved in fighting is particularly disturbing, isn't it? Well, the recruitment and use of children in armed conflict is strictly prohibited under international law. It is unequivocally recognized as a grave violation of human rights and a serious war crime, reflecting a global consensus that children must never be soldiers. The primary reason for this universal ban stems from the inherent vulnerability of children. They lack the full physical and psychological maturity to make informed decisions about participating in armed conflict and are highly susceptible to manipulation and coercion. International humanitarian law and human rights law recognize that engaging children in hostilities inflicts profound and often irreversible physical injury, psychological trauma, and long-term developmental harm, robbing them of their childhood, education, and future. Several critical international instruments codify this prohibition. The Geneva Conventions and their additional protocols establish protections for civilians, including specific provisions safeguarding children. Most notably, the optional protocol to the Convention on the Rights of the Child on the Involvement of Children in Armed Conflict raises the minimum age for direct participation in hostilities to 18 years. Furthermore, the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court explicitly lists conscripting or enlisting children under the age of 15 into armed forces or groups, or using them to actively participate in hostilities as a war crime. This means that states and armed groups have a clear obligation to prevent the recruitment of children and to take all feasible measures to ensure their protection. International bodies, such as the United Nations and the International Criminal Court, monitor compliance and prosecute individuals responsible for these violations. Efforts also focus on demobilizing and reintegrating former child soldiers, providing them with essential support for recovery and education. A key concept underpinning this prohibition is the principle of the best interests of the child, which mandates that all actions concerning children should prioritize their well-being and development above all else. This legal framework not only aims to shield children from the immediate dangers of battle but also works to protect their fundamental right to a childhood, education, and a future free from violence, thereby preserving the very fabric of society for generations to come.